Hello everyone, John Miller again. You know, I'm of the opinion that it never hurts to ask, so I want to ask all of you who haven't taken the time yet to go over to podcastawards.com and, if you would, nominate me for the 2007 Podcast Awards. Now, this is just a nomination. If I do make it into the running, then I'll be asking all of you to vote for me again. But, you know, there's several categories. In this year's competition, you can only nominate once. So take your time and go through and nominate, if you would, the rest of Everest in the travel category. Of course, I also wouldn't mind being nominated in People's Choice or Best Produced or possibly even Best Video Podcast, but definitely the travel category. And since you can only nominate once, you might as well fill out the form with all of your other favorite podcasters. For instance, I am a big fan of Tips from the Top Floor Digital Photography Podcast by Chris Marquardt, so I have nominated him for the education category. So if you like that podcast, check it out. Nominate him too. Nominate all of your other favorite podcasters. Everyone works very hard, and this is just a really good way to show your support and to get people some recognition. The nominations close on the 15th of July, so there's still some time left, and I just want to say thanks. All right, on to the show.
This is the Rest of Everest video podcast, an almost unabridged expedition experience.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Rest of Everest. I'm John Miller. I hope all of you enjoyed the slightly out of character summit episode, where I kind of broke from tradition. We talked a little bit about our experiences with Everest, and it was great to have Lawang and Ben on the show. Hope all of you really enjoyed it. This week, it's just going to be me, because those guys were still up high in the mountain. Of course, once you summit Everest, you still need to get down from Everest, and that can take several days. This episode, you know, a lot of this footage that you'll see in the first half of this episode was never intended to be seen by anyone, but I'm putting it out there because I thought the audio from it was pretty cool, so I don't quite know what I was thinking, why I just didn't film everyone anyway, but oh well, that's part of the beauty of the podcast. You can show anything you want. So you'll see a lot of the ground in this episode, but stick through it because the second half is pretty cool. Let's head back up to base camp. Here we go. Summit. And he's okay. Okay. Yes. Very good. Obviously, this is the St. Petersburg team right here. To go tell a few more people, and I'm going to come back. I have the radio conversation, the talk. So I'm going to email. Yeah. When I come back. Okay. So. My climber made the summit.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, at 9:30 Nepali.
9:30.
Nepali.
Mm-hmm.
And he is okay.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think my goal with this was to simply go from camp to camp and tell everyone who I was friends with that our team had made it. I don't think I was purposely recording the video. I think I was just using the camera as an audio recorder. I just wanted to get people's reactions. Looking back on it now, I'm kind of kicking myself. Why didn't you just point it up towards people's faces all the time? Oh well. That's why I went back this year in April. So now I'm going through, I just walked through the Indian camp and then the Ross Kelly's camp, some friends of ours. Now I'm headed over to the Chinese camp, the CCTV, to talk to my producer friend. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
He made it. He made the summit.
He did?
Yeah, he made the summit 9:30 Nepali.
9:30, this early. That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
All the efforts paid off. Yeah.
I just got off the radio with him, and I recorded it.
Oh, great.
And so I'm going to send the audio by email to everyone back home. So that's why it took me so long.
Oh, right. Okay, that's all right. I was working on something.
But I just can't even believe how happy I am.
I'm sure. But where is he now then?
He's at 27,000 feet. That must be Camp 6.
83.
Yeah, 83.
Okay.
And he said that he is healthy. He's got a dry cough. He's got a very dry throat, and he keeps kind of. But he's okay.
Oh, okay.
And,
Is he by himself, right? Two shepherds.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Two
So
of
they will
the-
stay on at 83 tonight?
I believe so. Yeah.
Wow.
But he said it was the hardest thing he's ever done.
Really?
And
I
that.
has he climbed from the other side?
No.
He tried it once, right?
No. He tried Dalagiri.
Oh, right. Okay.
But he said he doesn't even know what to think yet. He says he'll figure out what to think when he comes down to base camp.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He'll figure out just how he feels.
Wow. So you received his message, or you actually pick up the...
I talked with him.
Oh, great.
They forgot the radio this morning. So
forgot.
we couldn't talk with him until he got back down to 83.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, great.
So that's why we tried hundreds, thousands of times on the radio
On the
today,
radio.
and they didn't have it with them.
Oh, no.
So,
But I just saw the internet news. They say there are a lot of people waiting at the second step.
yeah, that was from me. That was my. Did you everestnews.com?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my dispatch.
Oh,
And I
okay.
got that information from Dimitri, the doctor,
Okay.
from one of his climbers.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a line, and that's why some people decided to turn back.
Really?
Yeah, they said
Was that
2
bad?
minutes, too much time. Hello?
All right, this is the Royal Navy team, so you guys might recognize it.
Hello?
Hi John, how's it going?
It's quite extraordinary.
Did he?
Yeah, 9:30 this morning.
It was about 5:30 when ours did it. Oh, UK time, sorry.
Yeah.
You must have only been, you must have been right behind our bloke.
Oh, maybe.
Because he summoned at 9:30.
We couldn't
Oh, absolutely floor to bits. Yeah,
get
you're
through to
absolutely
them
floor to bits.
because they forgot the radio.
It was about 4:45 UK time this morning.
So now he's at 83 fasting, right?
All right, enough of that. This is that's VJ from the Indian team, and their climbers had summited the day or two before. So this is the afternoon of the 22nd of May, and their climbers were already on their way back down to base camp. So we are getting ready to greet them. These guys were excited.
Yeah.
Sasha here was going to, from the Moscow team, was going to serenade them as they walk down. You can see that all of the, here's one of their climbers, you can see that and you can tell that it's a much different atmosphere now. That the tension and the stress and the constant worrying is obviously over. And it was all around base camp. Most of the sheer terror of our climbers going to survive was over with. There's Dima, the doctor. Oh, Dima, such a great guy. So everything changed. Everything changed into a very festive atmosphere. It was pretty cool. Yeah, the Indians and the St. Petersburg Russians were right next to each other. Their camps were. It's all right. So here, the first two were Summit team members. And that first guy there, that is Boca Lama's little brother. Boca, as you know, was one of the Sherpas on our team. Man, that they look alike. And he made the summit this year. Look how happy everyone is.
Twice. He also meant earlier also to now not so.
Look how tall Dima was. He was enormous. The largest Russian doctor I've ever known. And here comes the beer.
Thank you.
I don't think it stopped flowing. That's Lhasa beer. Beer made up in Tibet. And I think they just started drinking. There's Boca's brother in the blue there. Yeah, if you have been watching all the episodes, you really can.
Cheers for the success! Cheers, sir.
You really can sense the difference in the atmosphere here. It was so cool. It's just so amazing.
Yeah. Cheers.
That's a phone there, that device sitting in front of VJ, and they were making phone calls back to family and friends.
He want to say something.
Я сейчас буду говорить, это переведите.
Ну да, как
Значит, любое восхождение любого альпиниста на гору, на любую гору, а тем более на Эверест, это большое событие. Вот. И неважно, кто ты, японец, англичанин, американец, русский или индеец, все равно это наша победа, это наша общая радость, и поэтому я поздравляю ребят с восхождением. Ура!
Сейчас расскажу.
Мысль, кто бы ты ни был.
Everest is the highest summit in the world. But it not depends who are you. Japanese, Chinese, Russian, Indian, American. It's always very, very big victory. And we have to congratulate you with this victory.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
That was so nice. That was very nice of those guys. Alright, so this is later that night, and the Indians, let me tell you, these guys know how to party. They were singing, you'll see all of it here, but I think you could probably hear it up on the summit. That's one of my favorite shots from the whole trip. Thought that was so cool. And, you know, we were friends, so they invited me, and I came in, and I filmed the whole thing, and they fed me afterwards. And as you might remember from a previous episode, they have some of the best food. A little bit cramped quarters here. I get jostled around quite a bit. Alright, so what they're doing here they're not just singing random songs. They're playing a game. And as I understood it, they'd sing a song, and I think they had to sing another song that started, the first letter of the name of the next song was the last letter of the end of the last song, not the lyrics. Something like that. So they had to, they'd come up with a song, they'd sing it, then they'd have to think about the next song to sing. And then some of them they'd jump up and just scream like right here. You can hear this up on the summit, I'm sure. Oh, my mic's got overloaded here. Alright, so here they're figuring out the next song to sing. And keep in mind, the beer and the whiskey was flowing pretty freely here. I think they even had some of that. So in all those steel cups, that's alcohol. Oh man, it was this brandy from China, and it looked and it tasted like perfume. It was just terrible stuff. Oh, there's Bogus Brother. Just move here. Yeah. Okay, okay, there's VJ. Now he's their leader, and he's pretty clean shaven there, because in the past episodes you'll notice if you go back, he had a pretty heavy beard, and he had promised that he would not shave until his climbers are back down safely from the summit. So I think either as soon as he found out or as soon as they returned, he shaved instantly. He hated his beard, just hated it. Every day he'd complain about it. But he was good on his word. He didn't shave until they got done. Look at these guys. This was fun to get caught up in. I have to admit, this is 2003, and to this day, the 22nd of May was one of the happiest days of my life. Everest is, people are there voluntarily, for the most part, and, but when people succeed with something like that, it takes so long, and there's so much effort that goes into it, and there's so much unknown, that when people do make the summit and get down, it's cause for celebration. I think if there's any excuse to have a party, summiting Everest is definitely a good one. This song made it into the film. I'm watching this footage with a smile from ear to ear. I just can't help but smile when I watch this stuff.
Kali!
everyone had been drinking so much. I wonder if, no, I don't speak Hindi, but I'm wondering if you could understand it if you did, or if it was so slurred. People were pretty tipsy at this point.
अपना चुनेंगे हम तुमको वादा कर दो हमें माफ तुम तारा फंस गया ये बेचारा अरे बाबा रुक oh my darling give me a look अरे बाबा रुक oh my darling give me a look दिल मेरा धड़के तेरे लिए दिल मेरा धड़के तेरे लिए गुस्सा तेरा बल्ला बल्ला नखरे तेरा ओके लिसन
क्या किसमें गाना किसमें रुका है
क्या
अच्छा खाने वाला खाना
फूल वाले
Poor guy, no one's listening to him. All they want to do is sing. So he's like, alright, I'll sing along with that. Oh, I see. I think that was the doctor under one of their doctors. He's on cymbals. He's banging two beer bottle caps together. They had a full percussion section. As soon as you get VJ enough alcohol in him, he starts bouncing all that stuff on his head, and as you can see by his shoulder, that's the second try, and the first try wasn't quite as successful. Alright, enough of that. That sure was a fun evening, I have to admit. And the food was stellar, as always. Alright, so next week on the podcast, Ben and crew return from Advent Base Camp. We'll get them down the mountain, and we'll hear a little bit of what it was like up there, directly from Ben in person. So stay tuned for that. I hope all of you continue to stay subscribed to the podcast. There's a lot more to come, and obviously, you know, you don't just summit and disappear and Everest is over. You still got to get back home. So this is the rest of Everest, so we're going to show the rest of it. So thanks so much, everyone, and you know, thanks for nominating me in the podcast awards, and in the future, if I make it, thanks for voting for me. So we'll see you next week. The rest of Everest is downloaded all over the world every week. If you enjoy watching and would like to show your support, then take a look at my website. Aside from having lots of additional blog entries from the expedition updated every week, there's this little donation button on every page. Now, many of you have pressed that button, and your generous contributions are helping to cover my hosting fees. If you haven't donated but would like to, then just contribute any amount. In return, I'll give you access to the video and audio dispatches I sent out while we were actually at Everest. It's pretty interesting stuff. Contribute $25 or more, and I'll even throw in an iPod-compatible version of the film Everest: The Other Side. That's the project the entire podcast here is based on. As always, our announcer is Marlon May, and our music is provided by Wendy Wu. Check her out at wendywu.com. Thanks so much, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching The Rest of Everest. For more information on the expedition, please visit therestofeverest.com.